Once upon a time, in a tranquil village nestled amidst rolling hills and whispering pines, there lived a humble monk named Koji. Koji was known throughout the village for his serene demeanor and his deep wisdom, which he had acquired through years of meditation and contemplation in the ancient traditions of Zen Buddhism. Let's go. In a little village surrounded by green hills and whispering trees, there lived a monk named Koji. He was a gentle soul, his face lined with the wisdom of many years spent in quiet meditation and contemplation. One misty morning, as the sun shyly peeked through the clouds, a young man named Takeshi arrived in the village. Takeshi's heart was heavy with sadness that seemed to follow him like a shadow. He had heard tales of Koji's wisdom and hoped that perhaps the monk could offer him some solace. Takeshi's footsteps echoed softly on the cobblestone path as he made his way to the heart of the village. He passed by quaint cottages with smoke curling lazily from their chimneys and villagers going about their daily chores. Finally, Takeshi reached the humble dwelling where Koji resided. The door was slightly ajar, and a warm light spilled out from within. Takeshi hesitated for a moment, his heart fluttering with uncertainty, before mustering the courage to knock. "Come in," a gentle voice called from inside. Takeshi pushed open the door and stepped into the cozy interior of Koji's home. The air was thick with the scent of burning incense, and a soft rug adorned the wooden floor. Koji sat cross-legged by the fireplace, his eyes closed in silent meditation. "Hello, sir," Takeshi said softly, his voice trembling with emotion. "I have come seeking guidance. My heart is heavy, and I do not know where else to turn." Koji opened his eyes, and a warm smile spread across his weathered face. "Welcome, my friend," he said kindly, gesturing for Takeshi to take a seat by the fire. "Tell me, what troubles you?" And so Takeshi poured out his heart to Koji, recounting the struggles that weighed heavily upon him, the sleepless nights, the endless worry, the feeling of emptiness that seemed to consume him from within. Koji listened intently, his eyes filled with compassion. He did not interrupt or offer quick fixes, but simply sat with Takeshi in his pain, offering his presence as a balm for the troubled soul. As the hours passed and the fire dwindled to glowing embers, Takeshi felt a sense of peace wash over him. In the presence of Koji's quiet strength, he felt seen and understood in a way he had never experienced before. And so, in the tranquil sanctuary of Koji's home, Takeshi took the first step on his journey toward healing, guided by the wisdom of the humble monk who had welcomed him with open arms. Koji welcomed Takeshi into his modest dwelling, offering him a seat by the crackling fire. With gentle eyes and a compassionate smile, Koji listened as Takeshi poured out his anguish. Takeshi spoke of his struggles, his fears, and the relentless grip of despair that seemed to suffocate his spirit. With a serene presence, Koji nodded thoughtfully, his wise gaze penetrating to the core of Takeshi's being. "In the garden of your mind, weeds of negativity may grow," Koji said softly. "But remember, just as the gardener tends to the soil, you too can cultivate your inner landscape." Takeshi listened intently, hanging on to Koji's every word. He had never encountered such wisdom before, and a glimmer of hope stirred within his heart. "As the lotus blooms amidst the murky waters," Koji continued, "so too can you find beauty amidst the turmoil of your thoughts. It is not the absence of suffering that brings enlightenment, but rather the way we relate to it." Takeshi nodded slowly, his mind absorbing the profound truth of Koji's words. For the first time in a long while, he felt a flicker of light in the darkness that had consumed him for so long. "As you embark on this journey," Koji said gently, "remember that you are not alone. I will walk beside you every step of the way, offering guidance and support." And so, with Koji's words echoing in his heart, Takeshi began to glimpse the possibility of a life beyond his suffering. Guided by the wisdom of the humble monk, He felt a newfound sense of purpose and determination to confront the demons that had haunted him for so long. As the evening sun dipped below the horizon, Koji and Takeshi sat together in companionable silence, the warmth of the fire casting long shadows on the walls. In that moment, a bond was forged between them, one that transcended words and spoke to the deep interconnectedness of all beings. And so, as the night descended upon the village, Takeshi drifted into a peaceful slumber, his troubled mind finally at ease in the presence of the wise monk who had offered him sanctuary in his time of need. As the evening sun dipped below the horizon, Koji revealed the ancient Zen rule that would forever change Takeshi's perspective. To stop the cycle of suffering, Koji explained, embrace impermanence. Understand that all things, including your pain, are fleeting like clouds in the sky. Takeshi listened intently, his heart open to receive the wisdom that Koji offered. He pondered Koji's words, letting them sink deep into his consciousness like seeds planted in fertile soil. Like the seasons that come and go, Koji continued, your suffering too shall pass. But it is not in the avoidance of pain that you will find peace, but rather in the acceptance of its transient nature. Takeshi nodded, his mind buzzing with newfound clarity. He realized that his suffering was not something to be feared or avoided, but rather a natural part of the ebb and flow of life. As you walk the path of enlightenment, Koji said, remember to cultivate mindfulness and compassion, for it is through these qualities that you will find true liberation from suffering. With these words echoing in his heart, Takeshi began his journey toward healing. Guided by Koji's teachings, he learned to observe his thoughts without attachment, to find refuge in the present moment, and to embrace life's ever-changing nature with equanimity. And so, under the guidance of the wise monk, Takeshi discovered that true liberation from suffering lay not in the pursuit of fleeting pleasures or the avoidance of pain, but in the profound acceptance of life as it is, imperfections and all. As the days turned into weeks and the weeks into months, Takeshi's heart grew lighter, and the shadows of his past began to fade away. He no longer saw his suffering as a burden, but rather as a teacher, one that had led him to the doorstep of Koji and the timeless wisdom of Zen. And so, with each passing day, Takeshi walked a little lighter, his spirit buoyed by the knowledge that he was not alone on his journey toward inner peace. For in the presence of Koji, he had found a friend, a guide, and a beacon of light to illuminate the path ahead. As the village slept peacefully under the blanket of night, a gentle breeze whispered through the trees, carrying with it the echoes of Koji's wisdom. Yet, amidst the stillness, a question lingered in the air, hanging like a delicate thread. Would Takeshi's newfound understanding withstand the trials and tribulations that lay ahead? Dear viewers, as you reflect on Takeshi's journey, ponder this. What lessons can we glean from his encounter with Koji? In the garden of our own minds, where weeds of negativity may take root, how can we cultivate the seeds of wisdom and compassion to navigate life's inevitable storms? Remember, just as Takeshi discovered, true liberation from suffering lies not in the absence of pain, but in the profound acceptance of life's impermanent nature. So, dear friends, as you embark on your own quest for inner peace, may you find solace in the timeless wisdom of Zen, and may the light of understanding guide you through even the darkest of nights. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more stories of inspiration and enlightenment.